Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make this taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So Clemson's offense comes on the field first today. First, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Quick throw over the middle. He pulls it in for a big gain. He has first down yardage at the 46. And the Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's O'Brien. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Incomplete, almost a first down interception here on the opening drive. So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's got a man down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. No chance to catch him. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. When he runs it into the end zone, that'll push the lead up to 8 points.
You know, Chris, I don't understand all the decisions offensive coordinators make, in this case the head coach, going for 2 on the opening drive. But analytics these days tell you in some cases that's the right play. And they're up 8-0 here to get the game started.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So the App State Mountaineers offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. A new set of downs after that completion. Tight end goes in motion. Play action here on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. And the back gets the football. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. The punt team making their way on the field. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? In the clear at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he's going to launch it deep again. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. That's a bullet pass to the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Well, the power run is stuffed. Barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one. This is the sixth play on the drive. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Using his legs on the scramble. And they get him down coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Point after. Three and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Short pass finds the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure, came up with a sack.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Using his legs here. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain on the scramble. He found some space, they just went for it. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
And this one is caught. And they stop him, but not before. An explosive play moves the ball all the way to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Tigers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete. What a chance for an interception there. Instead brings up 2nd down. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Kirk, you played quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the extra point was up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. The App State offense goes back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to pull it down and run. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. 1st and 10 play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. And they've got him again. That ferocious pass rush. Back-to-back sacks.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3.
So the Appalachian State offense is back out on the field now. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Here's the 2nd down play. Offense operating from the pistol. Looking for some space. It's Cook. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. When they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Washington Huskies, taking on a squad from the Big 12, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Return starts from inside the 5. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So the Clemson Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep shot caught out of the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Clemson. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kirk.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And it gets into the end zone, so it builds the lead to 8 now.
So they decide to run it in on the 2-point conversion, and it turns out to be the right call. Put 2 up on the board.
Return begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So Washington's offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Jukes to get free. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Bringing pressure. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they get stuck at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a 3rd down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but with the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice...
Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And the Huskies will line up to boot it away. He's on to boot it away now. Bringing it back, it's O'Brien. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30.
Man, Another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, it seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow, and big gain for this offense.
And the Tigers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. It's an option look. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT makes it a 15-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He hands it off from the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
With the return, it's O'Brien. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments? And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. He's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield.
And looking for a big play here. The catch is made inside the 10. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
This defense is reeling now. 1st down and goal. Looking for a gap. It's O'Brien. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
3rd down and goal. Crucial play coming up.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
3:25.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Trying to extend the play. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Crucial third down play coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. The Huskies looking to keep this drive moving. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Washington has moved